Hi everybody. I'll wait until I see a few comments so I'll know that you guys are here. Today we're going to be talking about killdeer. Hi Juanita. Just gonna wait for a few more people to tune in. Then we'll get started. I'm here in the amphitheater today because I can't get down to where the killdeer would be. I wouldn't have good reception. So I'm just gonna stay up here at the visitor center today. Hi Anne, how are you? I was just explaining that today we're gonna be talking about the killdeer. Hi Robert. And unfortunately, I can't get down to where the killdeer are. And so, you know, I need to just stay up here where I have reception. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the killdeer. And I titled it Name Me By My Call because, hi Maria, because that's what their call sounds like. So their scientific name, I'll see if I can pronounce it, is Charadris vociferus. Okay, so vociferous means very vocal, and they are big talkers, and they sound, when they sing, it sounds like killdeer. So these guys are about the size, they're plovers, they're large plovers, and they're about the size of a robin. So here's a picture of them. Hi, Jerry. So you can see that they have kind of a big head, and you know, for their size. And I think that the most telling feature is that big orange eye. It's big, like a marble. So they have really long legs. They have long wings, a pointed tail. Their bill's kind of short. There's sort of a tannish brown on top and white below. And then their chest has these two black bars. And their face has, you know, black and white patches. Their rump right here is orange, also orangish. So let me show you what they look like when they fly. They look like that. So they've got a nice white stripe on their wing, and you can see that rust tail. Then it turns dark, and then the very tip is rust again. Anyway, you'll get, I'm gonna be showing a better picture of their tail and some of their features when they spread their wings. So for now, we'll just look at this picture. So the location, they're pretty much all over North America, and they're known as a partial migrant, which means some of them migrate and some of them don't. And here on the Pacific coast, they are pretty much year-round, so they don't go anywhere and you can see them all the time. They are a shorebird, but they're the shorebird that is least associated with water. So you're not necessarily going to just see them at the shore. Here at the estuary, one of the best places to see them is the brackish ponds, but unfortunately I couldn't get down to the brackish ponds because then I'd lose reception. So another great place to see them is at Border Field, which we're probably going to open on July 4th. And when you go up to the top of Monument Mesa, you're going to see them in the grass. We were just there and we saw the parents with some babies. So that was really cute. Hi, Francis. Yeah, so they're pretty tolerant of humans. When they do get scared, they'll, you know, fly in circles and do a whole lot of talking. But on the ground, you're gonna see them either solitary or in a pair. These birds do not flock, so you're never gonna see them in a flock. And you're gonna see them places like lawns, pastures, parks, sandbars, mud flats, grass. You know, they like flat, open spaces. When you see them, they do this thing like they're speed walking. So they do kind of a little shuffle. They walk really fast and then they stop and look around. Then they walk really fast again and stop and look around. When they fly, they have sort of rapid, stiff wing beats. And they're, you know, they are pretty tolerant, so they're easy to see, both of those places. They're monogamous, so that's one reason you just see them in pairs. And they do a thing called a scrape ceremony, which is the male sort of squats down, you know, in the sand or wherever, and sort of kicks his back feet and does a circle with his breast in the sand and makes just a little depression. And then the female gets in and she sits in the scrape and works on it. They make a whole bunch of different ones because duplicate scrapes are made to dupe predators. So that's why they do it. And once the female takes her place in the scrape nest, usually that's where mating will occur. Again, because they're the least associated shorebird with water, they often nest, you know, far from the water. They lay eggs in an empty nest. And this is different than most birds because they decorate them afterwards. Most birds decorate first, you know, get the nest all ready, and then lay the eggs. But killdeers do it just the opposite. And they really like light-colored objects, like, you know, they decorate with pebbles and light-colored shells. And what they do is after they lay their egg, they go out and they gather stuff and they just sort of flick it over their shoulder into the nest. Kind of like making a backward basket. And yeah, somebody counted like, I think it was 1,500 pebbles in their nest by the time it was done. Seems like you'd get a neck ache. Okay, so then once they have their eggs, if they get worried about you being near them or some other predator, they do this thing where they pretend that they've broken their wing. So let me just show you a picture of them doing that. And this is the picture I was talking about where you can really see the colors on their tail. So see how they've got this outer striping, and then it's very orange. Yeah. So the way they do it is they tilt sideways and they drag one wing, and they kind of limp around in a pitiful manner. So, you know, you think that something is wrong with them, but they're just faking and trying to distract you from their nest. Another thing that they will do is puff up and run at the face of the intruder. I mean, not us, but like something small. I've seen doves do it too. You know, we think of doves as the peace bird, but I've seen them puff up and scare jays away from food. So that's one of the tactics. Let me show you a picture of their eggs. This is a picture of their eggs. So you can see that they are pretty splotched. They'll have 2 to 6 eggs, dark brown and white, speckled. They're very camouflaged. So that's the thing about shorebirds. That's one reason we fence off the endangered birds like plovers and least terns, is because their eggs and their chicks are so camouflaged that it's easy to step on them. So they hatch in less than a month, And as soon as they hatch, they're, you know, perfectly capable, up and running. And the parents don't feed them. So what they do is they take the babies and show them where the food is. So they don't bring food back to the nest, and the babies don't stay in the nest. And at that point, they don't even stay at the nest at all. They move to a safer place because the nests aren't really, they're not really that hidden, you know, other than camouflage. Let's see. Let me show you a picture of these babies because they are the cutest things. They're like, this one's a little bit older, but at first they look like big cotton balls on stilts. And they're just really cute, and they are talking right away. They're just, you know, peeping at their mom, and their mom and dad's calling back because they are vociferous. As far as food, when they go to find food, they are pretty opportunistic. They are omnivores, so they will eat insects, worms, you know, probably right out of the grass. And they eat aquatic crustaceans. They'll eat seeds, berries, dead minnows. I've seen them eating dead minnows before. So they're pretty well fed, I think. And their predators are the same predators that all the little shorebirds have. And that is the bigger birds like gulls, crows, ravens, and then also snakes. Snakes can get into their nest. And coyotes, raccoons, possum, and skunk. So they are all predators of the smaller birds. So the killdeer has a lifespan of 11 years. So that's pretty long lifespan. Let me just show you the pictures one more time. I don't know if anybody has questions. It's very bright out today, so I'm squinting. I don't even know if I'll be able to see your questions. So here it is in flight. There it is, pretending to have broken its wing to distract you from the nest. There's the eggs. Here's the babies, a baby, very fuzzy. And here they are, walking away, mom or dad and the baby. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got for this week, and I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, so it'll be a surprise. All right. Good to see everybody, and see you next week. Hi, Gina. Bye, everybody.